With Gino Monday night and a big battle royal. All of the stars involved.
Well, first of all, Mark, you know I've got a score to settle with Gino Hernandez. You know, when a man comes to Fort Worth and he gives it his best and something happens and he doesn't win that fight because of outside interference or because of this or that or some guy hitting him in the face with his belt and loses the match, well, I'll tell you, being from Texas, we know how I feel about that. And we're going to tear you up. I'll tell you what, Gino Hernandez, you took it by using that belt across my head. Well, I'll tell you, partner, anytime you want to use a chair in the ring, or if you want to use fists, or if you want to use anything you got, brother, I'm available. The next Monday night, I'm going to take care of you once and for all.
You sound like you mean business.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Mark, and you know, that night, to me, I guess it's the largest battle royal. You know, after I beat up you, Gino Hernandez, I'm looking for this $10,000 battle royal. And to me, it's the largest battle royal that's ever been, I guess, ever in Will Rogers and maybe the state of Texas. And I'm talking not only dollar-wise, but men-wise. And that is Kamala and the one-man gang. I can't wait to see those two mix it up. I figure those two guys will knock each other out of the ring. And then I guess one of the Von Erichs will try to clear up the rest of the ring and win that $10,000, not only for ourselves, but for the pride of winning and also for Fort Worth.
Okay, we'll look forward to that exciting event coming up and also see if your prediction comes through. Now, on to Dallas.
Well, that's right, Mark. You know, Friday, my brother Kevin and I, when we step in the ring, it's like magic. I mean, because anytime you get two brothers in the ring, they read what each other's going to do. When a brother's hurt, the other brother knows just how bad he's hurt. And he knows when to come and when to stay in his corner. So like I said, it's like magic. And now it's all four in the ring at the same time. Well, Chris Adams, Gino, I'm sorry, but you've had it coming a long time. And come Friday night in Dallas, my brother Kevin and I are going to kick your tails from one end of the sportatorium to the other.
All right. Well put indeed. Kerry Von Erich looking and sounding good tonight regarding business next week. Now then, I turn the other way as Jim Cornette moves into the ring. I'm going to talk to the fans during our television main event coming up about the fact that the American Tag Team title belts are held up. Looks to me like you intentionally got yourself disqualified the other night.
Well, obviously it looks to you like then that it was something other than what it was. I got a lot of things to say, and I'm not a very happy person tonight, so if you'll just stand there in that funny-looking outfit and shut up, then we'll be a lot better off. We'll have a nice conversation if you don't interrupt me. Now, first of all, Sunshine's Mystery Man. More people knew where Jimmy Hoffa was than knew who that was until Friday night, and out he come, and to my surprise, of course, Hercules Hernandez. Now, let me tell you something. I'm talking right now to Hercules. I don't know why you're doing this to me, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Sunshine's giving you or what she's promised you, but I think this thing needs to be settled before Friday night because you surprised us then. But the Crippler's coming back to get you Friday night at the Sportatorium, and this time we're going to be prepared. Hercules, I know you're the strongest man in wrestling and one of the toughest. I know what you can do, but you know what I'm capable of. So we'll leave it lay at that. Friday night we'll tell the story. And then the most incredible ripoff of all time, the Midnight Express are the greatest tag team in wrestling. Everybody knows it. And we're going up against Brian Adidas and one of the Von Erichs. I don't know whether it's Kevin or Kerry or Mike, Little Joe Haas or Adam. Friday night in the Sportatorium, but what we should be doing is going up against the Fantastics in a rematch to settle this thing once and for all. Because it was a ripoff and everybody knows it. They took the worst beating that they'd ever suffered, so finally, the Midnight Express were trying to use clean, legal, scientific tactics. And the Fantastics were cheating at every turn, using fists, pulling hair, and the referee was ignoring all of it because he was against us too. So finally, at the end of the match, what actually happened, I did not interfere, and everybody knows I'm telling the truth. The man had my man down. He was using a fist, he was pulling the hair, he was using the tights, and he was fixed to go in his trunks for a pair of brass knucks. So what did I do? I took it on myself to do the referee's job. I went in, I gently moved Bobby Fulton aside, I signaled for the bell and disqualified the Fantastics. That's exactly what happened. We took our belts and left. Then the referees, they said they couldn't beat the Midnight Express in the middle of the ring to win the belts even when we gave them every chance in the world, so we'll just take the belts away. Well, let me tell you something. No executive wearing a three-piece suit pushed a pencil behind a desk is going to take anything away from the Midnight Express, and no two-bit flea-bitten Mickey Mouse tag team like the Fantastics double-crosses Jim Cornette and takes anything away from him, I'm hot about the thing. It's going to be settled. And if they give those belts to the Fantastics, they'll never defend them the one time because we'll break their necks. I don't care what has to be done. We're going to get our property back, the American Tag Team Championship belts, and Fantastics, you better just give them up right now, because if you don't, your future is looking very, very dim. And I wish you people would shut up.
Somehow, I don't remember things happening that way the other night in Dallas, but we'll worry about that later. I heard the fans cheering during the Cornette interview, and I wondered why, and it was because the lovely Sunshine was on her way to the ring.
Well, hello, Mark. How are you? You know, Mark, everyone who was in Dallas Friday night saw my mystery man, and I'll tell you all right now, his name is Hercules Hernandez. And I just hope that we'll have enough TV time where we can show his match here in Fort Worth tonight. You know, Mark, when I brought Hercules in here, I was convinced that he was the man to take care of the job. But after Friday night, Jim Cornette knows it, Gino Hernandez knows it, Chris Adams knows it, and Rip Oliver knows it, because this is a man to be reckoned with right here in Texas. Thank you.
Thank you. Indeed, he is. The other night in Dallas, when the surprise man arrived, it was lights out in a hurry, and the fans loved it. There goes the lovely Sunshine. We hope to see more of her on our telecast tonight. Stay with us. We'll be back. Our exciting television main event is next on Championship Sport. Exciting things coming up this week as I round up Kevin Von Erich, as you've got the winner of the world title bout for the world title Friday night in Big D.
Well, Mark, Dallas and Fort Worth, this is my home, and this is the chance of a lifetime. I've got the winner. Couldn't be happier. Things are really going my way.
Really going to be wild if it winds up being Chris Adams you're facing for the world title.
Well, that'll be fine with me, you know. If it's Chris Adams or if it's Ric Flair, as long as he's got that gold buckle around his waist, he's mine, and that's my chance.
All right, now the fans this week are going to get to see the return of your brother Mike. He's really been working hard lately and looking good.
For Rip Oliver, yeah, you know what what Rick Oliver didn't set too well with Mike. He's got a feeling in him, he wants some justice, you know, and I know how he feels. I guarantee you Mike's going to do just that. He's set his mind to something. He's like my dad. He's strong. He's like a rock. He's not going to give up on this.
All right, Kevin, thanks for the interview. Best of luck tonight. You've got a big bout.
Let me clarify myself once again. Now, folks, see, I know what it's like to be doubled up on by Chris Adams and Gino Hernandez. I can't just stand by and let something like that go on. It's not necessarily that I'm anything in particular. It's just that that's important to me. I've seen it happen before. It's happened to me. And what kind of man would I be if I stood by and let it happen? That's why I did it.
Okay, Kevin Von Erich referring to, of course, the situation that everyone had parted company, the world title altercation.
He is so pumped up. Jimmy Cornette, Midnight Express. I feel sorry for you all when Kevin gets his hands on you. But I'd just like to say, I love everybody, and with God's help, I'll be back in this ring within a couple of days.
Well, you heard it from Tommy Rogers. So their opponents this evening from the dark side, Jimmy Cornette presents combined weight 476 pounds, the Midnight Express, Beautiful Bobby, and Loverboy Dennis. Bronco Yulvich, your referee.
All right, here we go. American Tag Team title. Jim Cornette back out. We've been seeing an awful lot of him lately. As it's Kevin Von Erich to take the place of Tommy Rogers in this exciting bout with the title held up. The winner walks out with it. Best 2 of 3 falls. 30-minute time limit. Bronco Yulvich, your official.
You keep that monkey away from me. Von Erich did. Von Erich did. Von Erich, you're always right. Von Erich, all that. Von Erich.
All right.
Take away from the Von Erich. The Von Erich make me puke.
Cornette. I could just imagine what a lot of you at home are saying right now after what you just heard, but we won't go into that.
Okay, we'll go down there.
Let's get this bout started. Cornette going over things with the Midnight Express team. Well, that Mike Von Erich thing was just absolutely awful. A terrible, terrible thing. Fans are roaring with Jim as the wimp. I I still can't get over the $100,000 prize given to the 10-man team at Texas Stadium. The winner. You know, talking about that Texas Stadium bout, you look at that team, which is fully signed now. Eaton taunting. Fulton over the rope, but Bronco Lubitsch was in the other corner, trying to keep order there. Bronco suspects something as you see Fulton on the floor, but you can't call what you don't see. Still in the first ball. Condrey jabbing a dazed, fantastic Fulton. High in the air. Fulton doesn't even know where he is. Wants the tag with Kevin, but Eaton is there just in the nick of time. Many of these fans are standing. What action we're seeing. What about this is? From behind, it's Dennis Condrey now. And still chanting. Steve Dr. Doug Williams, four-time football and wrestling All-American at Oklahoma University. Teaming up at Texas Stadium with that awesome... Von Erich's Bronco Lubitsch was in the other corner, trying to keep Fulton and Eaton apart. There he is again, smashing the racket, ring the bell. A third time. Another melee. Here's one-armed Tommy Rogers. Tommy Rogers with one arm in the sling. More problems here tonight. Oh, when is this going to stop? Here comes Kerry Von Erich. Here's David Manning. There's a chair in the ring. I don't know who threw the chair. Now what's going to happen? What's happened with the outcome of this bout? Is Kevin all right? Is Rogers all right? Is there going to be anybody left to walk around after tonight? Well, let's see what Bronco tells Joe Rinelli, and we'll let him tell us. I better get my insurance renewed. Let's hear the decision before we leave.
May I have your attention, please? Bronco Lubitsch has disqualified the Midnight Express team. The winners of the match, Kevin Von Erich and Bobby Fulton, win the match. However, on a disqualification, the American Tag Team title is still vacant.
Well, that's what I was afraid of. The belt is still held up. Let's get out of here before somebody else gets hurt.